earlier this evening, we had the homage to Bill, written by Dr. Jim. But we have someone else who has also written a tribute to Bill, and he's here with us tonight and has agreed to read it for us. So, Mr. Bruce Rogers. Thanks, Bruce.
Thank you, Dad. Well, like Jim, after the service for Bill, I went home and I just felt like I wanted to write something for Bill and Deborah, and so this is what I ended up writing. So Bill and I grew up in the Rochester, New York area in the 50s and 60s. With Rochester in common, relationships often begin with such things as White Hots, Ground Rounds, Abbott's Frozen Custard, Shallers, and Don and Bob's. All food, all unique to Rochester, and surely they were topics of early conversation. At that time, that seemingly simpler time of the 50s and 60s, it was common for young boys to know by heart all the makes and models of all the cars. For one thing, there were far fewer on the road then. I did, and so did Bill, whose father was in auto maintenance and who, for at least some period of time, worked for Hallman's Chevrolet in downtown Rochester, the same place my dad bought our gray '60 Chevy Biscayne. It was a time when, for many families, automobile loyalties were clan-like. You grew up in a GM family or a Ford family. It was religion and politics, and this was true for Bill. You didn't drive outside the family brand. My family, less so. We were more atypically, automotively ecumenical. But at that time, really only two cars captured the boyhood fantasies like no other: the Ford Thunderbird and the Chevy Corvette. They were the doorways to bottomless cool. They were sex measured in horsepower before we knew or cared what sex was. We stared, we drooled. Oh man. One Sunday, years ago now, too many for me to remember too many details, Bill and I drove south to visit a huge car collection. I do remember we rode in his silver and black Camaro, but mostly I remember walking through the cars and the granular, encyclopedic knowledge he held in his prodigious mind, the product of this lifelong passion. Look at this one. It's a 1960 something, I don't remember, but only 13 were made with a split rear window and a straight A blah blah. That's not the original paint job though, because they didn't introduce that color until 1960 something else. True to himself, Bill was a classic with an obsession for classics, even Thunderbirds, it turns out. And he never lost his boyish twinkle lit by the reflected light of a car he had just returned to glory. Dinner at the Buttaggi's always ended with a pilgrimage to the spotless garage to see his latest project. You didn't need to love cars, you only needed to love the way that Bill loved cars and his project to make them originally beautiful. Perhaps not surprisingly, our last time with Bill involved the renovation of our master bath. Neither Lisa nor I had ever undertaken a major move the walls and plumbing renovation before, and Bill became our mentor. He helped us understand what such a project should cost, for example. One afternoon, he came to see what we planned to do, and it involved a sticky plumbing problem. After much chin scratching, he left only to call us back later in the day with a solution that we eventually implemented. In his generous way, he never stopped working on our problem. And in his greatest act of generosity regarding this project, he gave us his renovation partner and builder, Andy Garcia, not the actor. And I'll mention Jim as well, who's here with us tonight. Andy took on the job for us and executed it with the same meticulous attention to detail we see in all the projects. Andy did all the projects that Andy did with Bill. We only regret that Bill never got to see the completed project. He and Deborah were planned for a dinner and a tour when his symptoms became overwhelming and they had to cancel. Bill Buttaggi embodied the rare oxymoron of a creative engineer, able to solve problems in a uniquely creative way. He had an eye, and he had an opinion, or two. I loved the way he would sometimes take me aside and say, "Deborah told me not to say anything, bud." He knew when a corner was cut and when a cut was careless. Bill now has a new role in our lives. We have many memories of our times together, traveled to Italy, to Crestview, and many meals, some with white hots. And we get to live with those memories and to be grateful for the gift of knowing him and Deborah. We look forward to nourishing that gift with Deborah in the future and to forever holding the memory of brilliant, boyish Bill in our hearts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Well, now is the moment that we have all been waiting for. It is time for the DD Awards. My co-host for the DD Awards this evening is a man who needs no introduction, video producer Bill Rayton.
Great to see everybody dressed up. As you know, each year the DDs are awarded for excellence in design documentaries. We have many nominees among us here tonight. Each one of them eagerly waiting to learn if they will take home a DD. So let's jump right in with our first category.
Our first award category is Galley to Gorgeous, recognizing outstanding kitchen redesign. Our nominees are George and Mary Bailey for It's a Wonderful Kitchen,
Okay.
Larry and Georgina Clamage for Buttaggi Design Interiors, and Nate Burkus and Jeremiah Brent for Our Kitchen is Way Better Than Your Kitchen.
Aren't those the handsome guys on TV?
They are.
Oh, yeah. And the winner is Larry and Georgina Clamage. And the lovely Stacy is going to bring the DD to your table.
Yay, Stacy! And our next category for the DDs is Best Uninhabited Location.
Nominees in this category are Empty Room for remaking Lonely House. Noah Peoples for North Dakota Renovation, and Dr. Jim and Carol Noah for Buttaggi Design Interiors.
And the winner is Dr. Jim and Carol Noah for Buttaggi Design Interiors.
Yes, well deserved. Our next category is for Best Renovation.
No, Best Narration.
Or Best Narration.
And it's a star-studded category. The nominees are James Earl Jones for Marble, Don't Take It for Granted.
Really?
Andy Garcia for Buttaggi Design Interiors. And Julia Roberts for Plumbing, It Doesn't Have to Be Draining.
And the winner of the DD is Andy Garcia, not the actor. Good job, Andy.
Now, more and more actors are entering the world of design documentaries. So this year, for the very first time, we are giving a DD for Best Supporting Actress.
Ooh. Our nominees are Nancy Henry, Buttaggi Design Interiors. This competition's tough, though, because also in the category, Sharon Stone for Basics in Sinks. And Melissa Gilbert for Tiny House on the Prairie.
And the winner is Nancy Henry. Interiors.
Oh, I'm so excited for her. Next up, oh, this is a great category, Best Featured View.
And our nominees are Sofia Vergara for Muy Buena Vista,
Is she here?
Emil and Deborah Govero for Buttaggi Design Interiors, and Emily Forrester for A Room with a Better View.
No, can't be her. And the winner is Emil and Deborah Govero, and they do have the best design. It is a fabulous view. It's an awesome view.
Next up, Most Electric Performance. And the nominees are War and Peace for Russian Design, Da.
That won't win.
Jim Brennan for Buttaggi Design Interiors. And Lee King for Houseboat Rescue.
Oh.
And the winner is Jim Brennan.
Yay! He's shocked. Okay. This next category features the behind-the-scenes workers who help to make the documentary dreams come true. For Best On-Location Team, the nominees are the Smith Sisters, Maria and Kelly. Marla and Kelly for Buttaggi Design Interiors. Competition's tough though. Also in the category, April Shower and Misty Drizzle for We Need a New Roof. And Justin Case and Amy Freeze for Warm Winter Interiors.
And our winners are the Smith Sisters. Our next category is for strong designer-client relationship.
The nominees in this category established strong, trusting relationships with their designers that were spoken about or shown in the documentary.
And the nominees are Will E. Waite for demonstrating patience with project designer Rich Feller in the documentary, Will This Project Ever Be Done? A 10-Year Journey. Doug and Gwen McKenzie for building such a strong relationship with designer Bill Buttaggi that Gwen referred to Bill as boyfriend in Buttaggi Design Interiors. And Penny Nichols, who ended up marrying her designer, Owen Cash, in Design on the Dime.
And the winner is Doug and Gwen McKenzie.
Yay!
Unfortunately, the McKenzies cannot be with us this evening. So because it's chocolate, I will be accepting this award.
Hey, wait a minute, I'll take hers.
The next category is Best Sneaky Surprise.
Where am I?
Right here.
Oh, right. Our nominees are Barricade for adding walls to the house featured in open concept designs. Elevator for putting a kitchen on the 3rd floor and the dining room in the basement of the documentary More Money Than Sense. And Christine Jennings for holding on to the pink placemats in Buttaggi Design Interiors. Woo.
And our winner is Christine Jennings.
So deserving. We're about to play you off.
I can't think that if I left anyone out, I don't know if I did or not, but if I did, I'm sorry. Make sure to vote next Tuesday.
All right.
Now, this next award recognizes excellence in video production and editing, and it comes as no surprise that my co-host is the only nominee and the de facto winner for this award. So congratulations, Bill Wagey, for winning the Best Video Producer and Editor Award.
I have a speech, but Christine used up all our time. Where am I? Okay. All right. All of us are here due to the extraordinary talents of Bill Buttaggi, and I am certain we are all in agreement that hands down, Bill deserves the best overall design DD, which will just so gratefully be accepted by Bruce Rogers and Lisa Rubenstein.
And that leaves us tonight with one last category, the category of most grateful. The truth is that all of us could be nominees in this category. Each of us have been impacted by the creation of Bill Buttaggi Design Interiors, and more importantly, each of us have been impacted by the friendship and the talents of Bill Buttaggi. So for our final DD of the evening,
The final DD of the evening, Most Grateful, is awarded to Deborah Jacobs.
I can do this.
Okay.
Give me I can do this. So, I want to tell you about why this idea came to be. Is that Bill never kept pictures of any of the jobs that he ever did. So, and I remember when Bill's sister passed away, Bill said during his remarks at her service that we stay alive as long as people know our name. And when people stop saying your name, you no longer exist. And I thought the combination of I have nothing from the jobs that he did to treasure, and I wanted to preserve his work, but more importantly, I wanted Bill to know that people appreciated him. So when I sent the email out to everyone and said, you know, we're in medical anguish, and would you be willing to be interviewed by the master video producer to tell the story about Bill? I must tell you that I don't think I pressed send before the replies came in that said, please count me in. So your enthusiasm of wanting to capture Bill's story was just heart-touching to me. So we know that the medical anguish was pretty fast, and scheduling everyone, the Smith sisters, Kelly and Marla. Kelly's not actually our blood sister, we just call her a sister because she is closer, she's a better daughter to my mother than any of my mother's real daughters.
Right.
So we had to we wanted to bring her into the family. But between Marla and Kelly, they orchestrated and carried the equipment and scheduled everybody so that it came out so beautifully. Now, Bill produced the video. It was 10 days before Bill joined the Heavenly Choir. They were laying in bed, and I said, I want to show you something. And so I showed him the video. He didn't say a word throughout the entire video. And when it was done, he said, I have to thank them. That was all he said. It wasn't like, didn't they say nice things, or aren't I cool? He was more interested in thanking you. So that's one of the many reasons that I wanted to be together tonight, so that we could channel Bill saying thank you. So know you have created something that we will treasure for a long time, and I hope you will also periodically reflect on your role in pulling all this together. So I thank you very much, and I'm ever grateful. I also want to just say that the creativity for tonight, we tribute to the incredible Beth Duda. So all of the creativity and orchestration, all of the logistics, we credit to Stacy Gadigan, who has also done an incredible job. And because I have my phone, I would like everyone to hold up their award, and I'm going to take a group shot if I can.
Well, and
I think-
we're going to ask everyone to come up, and they're going to take a group shot from the top for us.
All right, well, that'll be good.
Can you use your phone?
So,
You have your phone?
so could you just go over, sit over there with your award so I can take one? I want to take a picture, and I want to not get Bill Wagey's light in the picture. So, Jim, Noah, could you just scoot this way, please? Okay, all right, excellent. Oh, this is so very nice, okay. All right, and we will now, of course, do whatever Beth Duda tells us to do. All right, so,
Very nice, great segue, I love that. We actually would like you all to bring your statues and come up here to the front. We're going to take a picture from up top of all of you holding your statues.
Did you give your phone to somebody?
Go get
Okay. I don't know where that lady went who's going to take the picture. I may. How are you?
Everyone says, you know, Andy, I said, you guys are working my soul. I never did. Because I Bill did it all.
Did you have Christine's apartment?
Here we go.
Yeah.
I said you probably did.
No, he's
She was
done
never
it all.
there. She was never there, so she didn't
Never
even.
there.
she wasn't allowed to
She
do
was
that.
running for
Are,
him.
are you running for anything right now? No. Oh, okay.
I was surprised, no.
Because I think at that point you were.
Where you going? Keep the
I got double D's.
Yes, all the fun sizes.
Okay, me too.
Look up and smile pretty.
She's up there.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, up there.
Here we go. There
Up
she is
there.
up there. Yeah. Thank you.
What a funny man.
I have
saw
one
that
other,
video
I have
you
one
did of the
other
park.
thing too.
That was great.
Okay.
You
Two
know, that
more
was good.
things.
I like that.
All right, I would like to say mine first. Everyone knows I am not a toucher, okay? No hugging, I know, wait, that's not wrong. But I know, I still do not shake hands, but I am accepting hugs. and
Yay.
giving hugs. I would like to-
We've converted you.
Yeah.